Hey everyone, welcome back to The Healthier, your go-to spot for wellness without the fluff. No hype, no fads, just real health, backed by real experience and honest stories. So today I'm going to take you on a journey. A tough one, honestly, because I did something I never imagined I could actually commit to. I quit sugar for 30 days. Yup, you heard that right. No added sugar, no chocolate, pastries, granola bars, or sweetened protein shakes. No ketchup, no flavored yogurts, and definitely no just one bite desserts. Just me, my cravings, and 30 days of finding out what happens when you take sugar out of your life. And spoiler alert, it was intense. Now, before I started, I really didn't think sugar was a big part of my life. I wasn't eating donuts every morning or drinking soda every night. I figured I was pretty healthy. But then I started looking at labels, and wow, eye-opening doesn't even begin to describe it. That protein bar I always grabbed on the go, basically a candy bar with better marketing. My salad dressing, full of hidden sugar. The granola I proudly sprinkled on my smoothie bowl. A dessert in disguise. Sugar wasn't just in my snacks. It was everywhere. So I said, enough. For 30 days, I would go all in. Cold turkey. I wanted to know what would actually happen. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, too. The first few days were chaos. I had pounding headaches, insane cravings, mood swings that hit out of nowhere, and honestly, a constant sense of irritation. I was annoyed with everyone and everything. At one point, I opened my fridge and stared at a bottle of maple syrup for like 10 minutes, just holding it, thinking, is this worth it? But I didn't cave. Then, around day 5 or 6, something started to shift. It was subtle at first, a little more clarity in the morning, a little less fatigue after lunch. Then it got better. A lot better. I was waking up refreshed. I had consistent energy all day. I wasn't reaching for snacks out of habit or boredom. My skin looked clearer, my clothes fit better, and my brain sharper, calmer, more focused. Let me give you the highlights of what changed during that month. Check mark. My sleep improved dramatically. I had fewer headaches, almost none by the end. My face and stomach weren't as bloated. My cravings dropped to almost zero. And, this one shocked me, my taste buds reset. Fruits started tasting amazing. A single strawberry felt like a dessert. A handful of blueberries was pure bliss. I wasn't craving junk anymore. I was craving nourishment. But I won't lie. There were tough moments. Eating out was hard. Hanging out with friends while they had dessert made me feel awkward. Grocery shopping took forever. I had to learn to read ingredients like a detective. And emotionally, it was revealing. I realized how often I reached for sweet things, not because I was hungry, but because I was stressed, tired, or needed comfort. That part, that was deep. But it made me more mindful, more connected to my body, and way less reactive to emotional eating. So would I recommend it? Absolutely, but not in a be perfect or else kind of way. I'd say try it gently. Start by swapping your afternoon snack. Read your food labels. Cook a few meals at home. Just notice where sugar sneaks in. Do it not to punish yourself, but to empower yourself. Because quitting sugar didn't make me perfect, but it gave me perspective. And that shift in perspective, it's something I'll carry for life. I also learned something else, just how much of our culture revolves around sugar. Celebrations, stress relief, bonding moments. They often include something sweet. And when I stepped away from that pattern, I started to see it all more clearly. It wasn't just about sugar. It was about the way I was showing up in my own life. Was I reaching for sweetness in food because I was lacking it in other areas? That question hit me harder than I expected. The experience forced me to slow down, check in, and ask myself, what do I actually need right now? A hug? A break? A nap? Real nourishment? It sounds deep, but trust me, when you quit sugar, you don't just change what's on your plate. You change what you pay attention to. One of the most powerful moments came during a weekend trip with friends. Everyone was having dessert, laughing, and sharing bites. And I sat there with herbal tea. And yet, I didn't feel deprived. I felt proud. Not because I was restricting myself, but because I was choosing differently. And that, to me, is the biggest lesson of all. Empowered choices over automatic ones. Intentional eating over impulse. Awareness over habit. I realized I'm not just someone who quit sugar. I'm someone who made a choice to stop operating on autopilot and start showing up for myself with intention. And you can make that choice too. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Thanks for being here.